Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Gone Rogue. And in this episode of Gone Rogue, I am going to talk about the one things that we always do is hesitate. That is right, in this episode of Gone Rogue, I am going to talk about the one thing that we tend to do is hesitating. So I'm going to tell you why we hesitate and how to overcome that obstacle. So hesitation can be a big obstacle to achieving your goals. It can make you miss out on opportunities, lose momentum, and even lead to regret. So I have many examples. One thing that is making me talk about this is how I hesitated on this offer that was on sale. Since I like collecting things, I found this offer that was put out there, and I hesitated to just pass it on up, and now I regret it. And there are many other life examples, such as at our workplace or or talking to people or at school or whatever. So this applies to everything in every aspects of life. So overcoming hesitation involves a combination of mindset shifts and practical strategies. Here are some ways that would help us to stop hesitating. So at first, let's understand the root of hesitation. So one thing that I fear of is fear of failure, fear of judgment. Everything has to be perfect, analysis paralysis, and lack of clarity. So fear of failure, this is the most common cause. You might be afraid of not being good enough or making mistakes. Fear of judgment, you might worry about what others think of you if you fail or if your actions don't meet their expectation. Perfectionism, the desire of everything to be just right, can paralyze you as you wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. And the things that I've mentioned, such as the fear of anything, fear of failure, fear of judgment, those things are just your imagination. I mean, what do you have to lose? And this is from one of what I like about Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. Long live Kobe. Long live the Mamba mentality. Is the fear of failure and fear of judgment, fear of these things that we have in our minds. It's just an imagination. So you have to approach hesitating things like this. It's just an imagination in your mind. Just get over it and approach it like you have nothing to lose. So practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. Notice the feeling when you feel yourself hesitating. Take a moment to notice the physical and emotional sensations. Don't judge the feeling. Simply observe it. And the purpose of this episode of Gone Rogue is to notice what we are feeling. Notice the physical and emotional sensation. And question your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of right now? What's the worst that could happen? Often the worst case scenario isn't as bad as your mind makes it out to be. And separate fact from fiction. Acknowledge that your fears are based on assumptions, not on reality. So this is a perfect opportunity to change your mindset. Embrace imperfection. Recognize that progress is more important than perfection. It's better to take an imperfect action than no action at all. Reframe failure. View failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a valuable learning opportunity. As cliche as it sounds, failure is the greatest lesson that you can learn upon. Every mistake teaches you something new that will help you succeed in the future. Focus on the why and adopt a just do it mentality. Adopting a just do it mentality is the Mamba mentality. Sometimes you just have to bypass the overthinking and take action. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes. The easier it gets that you're not hesitating on some certain things. So, the things that I mentioned, the things that I've talked about, is how you overcome the hesitating part. And let's take small, and another thing on how to overcome hesitating is take small, immediate action. The 5-second rule, the technique popularized by Mel Robbins, is simply a bit effective when you have an impulse to act on a goal. You must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will kill the idea. Count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, then take a small, immediate action. Break it down. If a task feels overwhelming, break it down to the smallest possible step. For example, if you want to write a book, the first step isn't write a chapter, it's open a blank document or write one sentence. Start with the easiest part. Choose a part of the task that you can do quickly and easily. This builds momentum and confidence. So that's one way to overcome hesitation. And also, you have to create a supportive environment, set realistic deadlines. A deadline creates a sense of urgency that forces you to act. So one of many examples when I was in school, is I really like to procrastinate, and a deadline. Good ideas, great ideas, that is, come when you're close to a deadline. Instead of starting early and doing it, like I said, set realistic deadlines to fulfill your goals. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself successfully completing the task. That can help build confidence and reduce anxiety and reduce choices. Limit your options. If you're deciding between two things, just pick one and go with it. Having too many choices can lead to indecision. So if you don't know what you're having for lunch, limit your options and decide the thing and go with that option. No changing plans midway. And the last thing is build confidence through action. Keep your promises to yourself. Every time you say you're going to do something and then you do it, you build trust and confidence in yourself. And celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate every small steps you take. This positive reinforcement makes you more likely to take the next step. So basically, what I've said is how you overcome hesitation. And the thing that I want to summarize is just go with your plan. Do not change the plan. Like Dutch Van der Linde from Red Dead Redemption 2 is always stick to the plan. And I'll quote Dutch Van der Linde is, I had a goddamn plan. Stick with it. Stick to the plan. This is the plan. And so that's how you basically overcome hesitating in life. And hopefully you find what I've said very useful. By consistently applying these strategies, you can train your brain to move from hesitation to action, empowering you to achieve your goals and live a more proactive life. And so that's basically what I said in this episode of Gone Rogue, all thanks to Gemini from Google that helped me overcome my hesitation, and hopefully it helps you too. So if you like this video, please give this video a super huge thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below on what you think about what I said. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to get my other YouTube content that's on this channel. And thank you for watching Gone Rogue. And I'll definitely see you on the next one.